दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हरी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Intelligent people are caught in cause and effect. And therefore, anything which is logically presented before them, they feel, oh, it is very correct, it is right. See? But the question is, Karanam yasya vai karyam karanam tasya jayate, jayamanam katham ajam, bhinnam nityam katham chatat. This is a question. See, according to the Sankhya philosophy, it is said that from the effect, the cause is arrived at. If we see this world, according to Sankhya, how is the understanding? Nobody has seen sattva, rajas, tamas gunas. Then we have seen this world. And what is this world? World has got three aspects: inert matter, dynamism or activity, and knowledge. These three parameters, a matrix of these three is this world. Now, when we see something and stop there, world is not created. See how the world is created? देखो सुनो बोलते रहो. Create the world. So then we ask the question, where from this inert world matter has come? Oh, the cause is because of the tamoguna. Okay. And we accept it. Where from the dynamism activity has come? Oh, it is because of the rajoguna. And the knowledge because of the sattvaguna. And then it goes in our head that sattva, rajas, tamas, these three gunas are real, and this is the effect. Now the here question raised is that if the cause is created because of the effect, see, symptoms are the effects. From the symptom, we come to the diagnosis of the disease. So the cause is created because of the effects. See how funny it is? And if the effects are not real, then how the cause will be real? Then what is this? Cause and effect is an illusion. This is the main understanding. See, friends. And therefore, Jayamanam Katham Ajam. So, this cause, how it can be real, how it can be unborn, Nityam cha Katham chatat, and how it can be eternal. Now, this principle is brought in this cause and effect relationship theory in case of this um, repeated births. Whatever I have today, the miseries of my life, it is because of the karma I have done in the past. See? So, whatever karma I have done in the past, in my last life, is inferred from the effects, the suffering that I am going through in this life. See? Now the question comes that those things which I did, that was because of what? That was because of the earlier thing. So, whether because of the bad karma I am having suffering, or because of the bad suffering I am having the karma. See? And the question comes, who is first? Anda ki murgi? See, one day one child asked me this question. Swamiji, mummy told me you know everything. I said, yes. Mummy told, how can I deny to her? Then he asked me, young child, maybe about 5, 7 years, 8 years. Swamiji, egg is first or the bird is first? Then he started looking at his mother. And mother said, don't ask stupid questions. I said, no, questions are never stupid. They are asked by the stupid people. Wise people don't ask questions. So I said, hey, you are very intelligent. You are only telling whether a bird is first or the egg is first. Is it not? Yes. Now tell me, imagine, which is the bird? Suppose this is the bird. Is it not? Yes, yes, Swamiji. I said, this is the bird. Then before that there was an egg. See, cause and effect is an illusion. Cause and effect are not objects. They are not reality. But we get caught up in that. See? And what will be the further inquiry if you do about this cause and effect? We will say that whether the bird is first or the egg is first. So suppose we say egg is first. Very good. Now where from the egg has come? It has come from the bird. Then that bird has come from where? From the egg. And that egg has come from which bird? Earlier bird. How long will you go? You will say up to unknown. See, because it cannot be established. Exactly the same way. Neither are we born nor do we die. We don't have to do anything, Maharaj. We do not have experience of our birth. This I repeated n number of times. We do not have the experience of our death. We do not have the experience of our absence. This is what the truth is. See, friends. Therefore, this cause and effect is very exhaustively presented. Ajat vai jayate yasya drishtantas tasya nasti vai jatacha jayamanasya na vyavastha prasajyate. Ajat jayate yasya. See, from the unborn, something is born. See, from the unborn, something is born. Show an example. See, is no example. And therefore, jataja jayamanasya. But if you say, from the created, the next created is created. That means from the egg, the bird, from bird, the egg, then egg to the bird continues. And therefore, it is called that technically anavastha dosh. Anavastha dosh means we will end up in a cul-de-sac. What is the ultimate? We don't know. It is like that. Therefore, this whole mess of the world is attributed to ajnanam, ignorance, or incomplete knowledge. No vyavastha prasajyate. Then continuing further, हेतो हो आदि फलम येषाम आदिर हेतु फलस्य च हेतो हो फलस्य चानादि तय कथम तैहि उपवर्ण्यते. Therefore, cause and effect. Hetu is the cause. phala is the effect. So those who talk about that the the effect is the cause of the cause, and the cause is the effect of the cause, ulta sida, keep on going, it will end nowhere. And therefore, how can you say it is eternal? Eternal, unborn, undying is the ultimate truth. And therefore, this thought is so deep. Hetoho adi phalam yesham. Those who think, see, first there is the effect and then there is the cause. Hetoho adi phalam yesham. Adim hetu phalasya cha tatha janma bhavet tesham putra janma pitur yatha. It is something like the son is the father and the father is the son. Unless there is a son, is there anybody a father? You can't be a father unless you have a son. So the father is born out of the son. But can the son be born without the father? Yes. Son is born out of a man. And after the son is born, then that man is called as father. So where are the father and son? Are they entities? If you remove both of them, both the bodies, the man also goes and the other child man also goes. Where are they gone? This point I have brought number of times. When the father dies, what happens to the son? Nothing happens. He cannot be a son without a father. When the divorce happens, what happens to the husband? Where does he go? Nowhere. Because husband was never. Can we separate a man and husband separately? But who is suffering? See, so the husband is not born and husband never dies. And who is miserable? This dumb husband. Now you can help something or somebody if he exists. This non-existing entity, illusory appearance, is taken by us so real, and therefore the samsara goes on. And you will see intelligent people are more miserable than average people. See? Because intelligent people are caught up in cause and effect. Why? Because the sky is too high. या ऐसा ही होता है. To get out of this, use our Mahamantra. जो थारी राय सो मारी राय. No cause, no effect. See, Maharaj, Mandukya will not allow you to be born or to die. संभवे हेतु फलयो ईशितव्य क्रमस्त्वया युगव संभवे यस्मात् संबंधो विषाणवत्. Now see, for the creation of the cause and effect, there has to be a sequence. See? First cause, then effect. But when a child is born, simultaneously the father and the son are born. Such a subtle thought, my friends. So when something is born simultaneously, can there be relationship between them? Like a cow is born or a baby cow is born and it has a two horns, parallel horns. So what is the relationship between left horn and the right horn? They are born simultaneously. Where is this world? But we get so much involved. Cause and effect, cause and effect. See, yasma sambandho vishanavad. Therefore, फलाद उत्पद्यमानः सन् ते हेतु प्रसिद्ध्यति अप्रसिद्ध कथम हेतुः फलम उत्पादयिष्यति. Therefore, if according to your objection, because of the effect the cause is established, then what is the cause of the cause? In this manner, you will be ending up into nothing can be established. See, if there is no effect, cause cannot be established. If there is no cause, no effect can be done. But the one which is supporting both the cause and effect, the man continues to exist in this example. In the same manner, whether this world is there or not, the truth continues to exist. Now, take our day to day experience. How many times we have gone through the waking experiences? Each waking experience is limited time. When it is over, tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. In the deep sleep, we are neither mother, father, brother, sister, anybody. But we continue to exist. So, for our existence, is it necessary that we should be in the waking state? Waking state comes and goes. See, friends. So is the case with the dream and deep sleep. It will come subsequently. Therefore, there is no cause, no effect. यदि हेतु हो फला सिद्धि फल सिद्धि से हेतुता कतरतर पूर्व निष्पन्नम यस्य सिद्धिरपेक्षया. Therefore, if you are talking that because of the effect the cause is established and because of the cause the effect is established, then who is first, cause or the effect? In this manner, you cannot come to a final conclusion, and therefore, ashakti aparijnanam kramokopoth va punah evam hi sarvata budhaihi ajati paridipita. Therefore, what is the conclusion? We don't know. Whether the cause is earlier or the effect is earlier. Whether the egg is first or the bird is first. We don't know. This is what is said, Ashakti, you are not able to establish. This is what is called as ignorance, incomplete knowledge. You have the knowledge, but incomplete. Why? You are not able to establish whether cause is first or effect is first. And therefore, kramopatha va punaha. And therefore, here, the cause and effect, they become exchange. First cause, then becomes effect. Then effect becomes the cause. And from the cause, effect has come. So who is first? And therefore, the conclusion is Buddhahi ajatihi paridipita. Therefore, we come to a conclusion that ajati, nothing is born and nothing is dying. Now take the same example. The father and the son. They are born simultaneously. See? So if the father dies, nothing happens to son. If the son dies, nothing happens to father. They continue to exist. The issue is we are lost in conditioned expressions or specific expressions. We become somebody, just be without becoming. Therefore, one of the technique of contemplation is the moment you are disturbed, immediately, first question, who is disturbed? Instantaneously, you will come to a conclusion, somebody is disturbed. Is that somebody real? Before marriage, was I husband? See. Now, when I got married, I have become husband. That means what? Are there two horns and a tail? What is this husband? It is only a functional change. Earlier, I was dictating. Now I get dictated. Functional change. Otherwise, continue the same. Like we know Antakaran Panchakam. You know, those who are theoretical Vedanti, they will not accept this word. They will call Antakaran Chatushtay. We call Antakaran Panchakam. See? So these four aspects, Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar, they are not structural differences. Like eyes are structurally different from the nose, Nose is structurally different from the ear. In the same manner, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, mind, intellect, chitta, and ahankar, they are not structurally different. They are functionally different. So that state of the mind or the thoughts, not mind, that state of the thoughts which is in a confused, chaotic condition, that state of the thought is called as mind. When the state of the thought is conclusive, doesn't matter right or wrong, you have come to a conclusion. That state of the thought is called as intellect. And that state of the thought, which is in the form of the memory, that thought state is called as the chitta. And that state of the thought, who is owning the three, that state is called as the ahankar. Now be attentive. Can there be wrinkles without a cloth? Can there be thought without the antakaran? See? Now wrinkles cover the beauty of the cloth. So when we move iron on that, where do the wrinkles go? Like when we clean the dining table, all the leftovers can be collected and thrown. But when we move an iron on the wrinkles of a cloth, where do they go? They go nowhere because they were never. Those non existing wrinkles, they cover the beauty of the cloth. And when the wrinkles are sorted out, then the inherent beauty surfaces. If this is clear, in the same manner, antakaran with different qualities of thoughts is antakaran chatushta. But when the thoughts are quietened, no confusion, no decision, no argument, no owner, no memory. Thought free antakaran is chaitanya, pure consciousness. And what are thoughts? What are wrinkles? They appear, they don't exist. See? So, what will be the real spiritual practice? Don't struggle in life, relax. The more we struggle, the more wrinkles are formed. Like when I wash my clothes, then you wring them out so that all the water is thrown out, and then you put it for drying. Because of that twisting of the cloth, so many wrinkles are formed, and then that beautiful cloth looks ugly. See, therefore, ashakti aparijnanam कर्मपोथ वा पुनः एवं ही सर्वदा बुधैः अजाति परिदीपिता. Therefore, antakaran with the thoughts is a bondage problem. When the thoughts are removed, because of that, no cause and effect, then thought free mind, we use the word mind, a common word. Thought free mind is consciousness. Consciousness is not created, eternal presence. Therefore, we don't have the experience of birth, growth, death, and absence. Even if you hold on to this one single principle, that we don't have the experience of birth, growth, death, and absence. All these principles happen when the consciousness is reduced to the mind because of the thoughts. See? Therefore, Udaihi Ajati Paridipita, and therefore Nothing is created, nothing is born. Are the wrinkles created and they die? No, nothing. Now here example is given. बीजाख्यांकुरा दृष्टान्तः सदा साध्य समो हि सः नहीं साध्य समो हेतु सिद्धौ साध्य से युज्यते. The example is given. The seed and the sprout. See, the seed and the sprout, it cannot be taken as the right instruction because the both of them are the same. They are not different. Therefore, it is not necessary that we have to get into this cause and effect logic and get ourselves totally destroyed. पूर्वापर अपरिज्ञानम जाते है परिदीपकम जायमानाधि वै धर्मात् कथम पूर्वम न गृह्यते. And therefore, because we are not able to establish the origin of the which is first, which is later, which is the cause, which is the effect, this is ignorance, and this is clearly telling nothing is known because nothing is created. See, any gain happens only through knowledge. Simple rule. If sometime it happens with me, I normally don't have money in my pocket. One day I went somewhere, recently it happened. When I was coming from that Bimpura, somebody must have given me while walking Swami Dakshina, so it must have gone in, and I forgot about it. And when I came to my place, I normally take out all the things and put it on the table. And there money came. Where from money has come? It is, it was there, but not known to me. It didn't exist. A simple rule. And therefore, one has to very clearly understand that unless we know the cause effect, which is first, till then we are in the ignorance, and therefore we do not know, and therefore it is not created, it is not destroyed. See? Now come to our day to day experience of life. Childhood has come, born, childhood died, then teenage is born, then teenage died. Then middle age has come, middle age has died. Then old age has come. This will also die. What happened to us? On the contrary, we are expert in dying. 3 times we died. So why we should be afraid? Because we have not learned from our own experiences. We are so much overpowered by the body identification. I am so and so. I have got so much responsibility in the last life, this life, next life. This is all bakwas. See, friends, when you thus hold on to this truth, you know the at ease how we live the life. The example I can think of is how much at ease the space is when supporting all the four elements, all their modifications. How much at ease the space is, that much at ease our life becomes. How much at ease our vision is, whether eliminating big objects or small objects, no problem. Whether waking, dream, we don't gain anything. Deep sleep, samadhi, we don't lose anything. Friends, when we are left with nothing to lose, you are one with the divine. I am again making this statement. When we are left with nothing to lose, you are one with the truth. If there is something, continue. Chuna tamaku, continue. Therefore, and Jayamanathi vai dharmat katam purvam na griyate. See? Therefore, if the jiva is born, and then if really is born, then why he is not seen? Where is the jiva? Where is the husband? See? One of the biggest problem with all of us is this only. We have not defined clearly what is the jiva. This point we brought out number of times. You cannot speak of a reflection without our face, mirror, and proximity of the face in front of the mirror. Then only reflection can happen. So if we have to talk about reflection, we have to involve all the three parameters. Exactly the same way. If we talk about husband, we require three parameters: man, the mirror of wife, and miserable expression of the man through that mirror, because mirror is corrugated. See? If this is clear, now come. Paramatma expressing through the limitations of the Panchakoshas, the limited expression of the infinite reality is Jiva. Now, is that Jiva an individuality or a principle? Electricity expressing through the filament as light. So, if you want to talk about light, then the light, the filament, and electricity. And this is the common principle. It is not only when the bulb is in front of God, it is divine. In front of the toilet, it is undivine. No, because it is a manifestation, abhivyakti, not a vyakti, not individuality. In the same manner, life is an expression, not the individuality. And this can happen only when we rise above the mental blocks. We are caught up in that. And the mental block is Mr. Somebody. Therefore, real spiritual evolution is when we are leading as most ordinary, casual, non-specific life. But we are all struggling for two things. One is we want to prove something to someone. Alas, we don't know what we want to prove and to whom. See, the husband wants to prove, I love my wife. The wife wants to prove, I love my husband. But both of them know inside they don't love each other. That love business is over. Long time back. Now it is Majburi ka naam Mahatma Gandhi, nothing else. See, love is the most volatile liquid. The moment you put it, kahan gaya? See, friends, once you recognize these principles of life, you will never be disturbed because of anything or anybody. Therefore, for our mantra, Karnataka, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. So do your job perfectly well, but don't get entangled in that. What happens with us? We get entangled in that by keeping the account. I have done so much for you. What you have done for me? See, don't keep an account. In Punjabi, there is a saying: "Neki kar kuएं में डाल." Do good and forget. See? But the best thing I like about this is something written behind one rickshaw or taxi in Delhi. नेकी कर जूते खा. फर्स्ट लाइन, नेकी कर जूते खा. सेकंड लाइन, मैंने खाए तू भी खा. Because we are carrying that burden of doing good to somebody. Who asks you don't do? See? To get out of these wrong notions of life, one of the principles which I told you a number of times is whatever we are doing in life, it is our need. Nobody needs us in this world. When we have this, attitude while living in life day to day. We cannot be arrogant. And if we are not arrogant, we cannot be miserable. Only arrogant people are miserable. Submissive people are not miserable. But we feel, I have done so much. Who asked you? One of our Mahamantra. See? Needs whom? The parents need the children or the children need the parents? Children don't need the parents. When the children were not born, who was miserable? The unborn child. It is the parents. When they don't have children, then they run from pillar to post. Is your need. Therefore, be humble, submissive. You are walking in the right direction. See, friends. Therefore, जायमानादिवै धर्मात् कथम पूर्वं गृह्यते. Okay, Maharaj. स्वतो वा परतो वापि न किंचित वस्तु जायते. सद असद वापि न किंचित वस्तु जायते. This is the highest principle told in this text. Swataha va parata vapi. From oneself or from others, nothing is born. न निरोधो न च उत्पत्ति न बद्धो न च साधकः न मुक्तः न मुमुक्षुर्वै इत्येषा परमार्थता. What is our body? Our body manufacturing was learned by Brahmaji from our Chaupati. Brahmaji told me. You go to Chaupati, they will be making a cone out of this old dilapidated tissue paper. Not tissue paper, newspaper, sorry. Newspaper. And in that they will be putting the things with their dirty hands and all that. And then the topping is done with a organic salt. Exactly the same way. The 5 elements. In the cone of the space, the 4 elements are put together, and Brahmaji has pumped life in that. And here we are born. And when that body dies, what happens? The air goes to total air, the fire goes to fire, the water goes to water, the earth goes to earth, and the space which was occupied by this creation is released. Who died? See? But our condition is we borrow from the bank but don't want to return. We are all borrowers. From 5 elements, got the things and became I am so and so. Therefore, sato va parato vapi na kinchid vastu jayate. This is one of the simplest principle. Sanghatasya pararthatvat is the rule. Sanghata means assembly. Assembly of parts creating something is not meant for any of the part. Like how you must have seen the car assembly line. So in the car assembly line, first the chassis comes, then the wheels they fit, and slowly they keep on adding the things, and the car rolls out. Now the car is meant for the steering wheel, the car is meant for the seat, the car is meant for the wheels, the car is meant for the gear. No, the car is meant for the owner of the car. See, is it not the body made out of parts? So there has to be some owner for whom it is made. And when something happens to the car, nothing happens to the owner. He gets the insurance back. Therefore, swato va parato vapi na kinchid vastu jayate. Nothing is created in this world either from oneself or from others. Sat, asad vapi na kinchid vastu jayate. All the 3 types. That which is existing cannot be born because it is already there. Asad, that which is not there, cannot be born. And Sanasad Vapi, that which is not but which appears, that also is not born. So, nothing is born. Then relax. But if you get lost in the yoga, then if you do this yoga, then you will live long. For what? See, one person in Bhimpura asked, Swamiji, please bless me. I said, live happily. No, no, Swamiji. Like, they say, Shatayushi Bhava. I said, I am from Assam. In our country, Sa is pronounced as Ha. So I will say, Hatayushi Bhava. What will you do living long life? Holding on to the body, body, body. See, friends, while coming, I was listening one bhajan, very beautiful. This experience is so subtle that in that experience, be attentive. In that experience, experiencer is not born. And the poet, the Avanga, it was used a very beautiful example. Like a flower, a tiny flower, has got such a tremendous, beautiful experience, the fragrance. But the flower doesn't know I have a fragrance. Others know. In the same manner, if we are really walking spiritual path, we will not know. People around us will know. See? Take another example. Two pieces of iron. Put them in two containers having nails. Bring them out. One has come alone. Other has come with lot of things attached to it because it is magnet. What is the difference between a piece of iron and a magnet? In case of the magnet, everything is organized properly, each and every atom. But in case of the iron, everything is disarrayed. So what is to be done? Satsangatve nissangatvam nissangatve nirmohatvam. Go on attending to satsanga. Slowly, slowly, the iron will be converted into a magnet. Because what is happening to you right now? If you just watch yourself, wrong thinking is removed without creating a new notion. Because we are all suffering from the notional disease. We all have some notions about ourselves, about the world, about God, about the spiritual practice. And because of that, we are caught up in that. We have to get out of it. And therefore, here, na kinchin vastu jayate. Now, apply this on ourselves. We don't have the experience of birth. Body doesn't have the experience of birth. See? So when there is no birth, no death, न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूया अजो नित्य शाश्वतोयम पुराणा न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Kathopanishad. Both the places this mantra comes. See? Na jayate, not born, na mriyate, not dying. Therefore, all the six modifications of the body are included. जायते अस्ति वर्धते विपरिणमते अपक्षीयते विनश्यति इति षड विकारवत् एतत् स्थूलम शरीर. All these things are negated. See, nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuya. It is not born from anything, nor it is ever born or creating anything. Abhavita, never created or got created. Because ajaha, unborn, nitya, ever the same. Na hanyate, hanyamane sharire. When the body dies, nothing happens to us. We are all suffering from not death, fear of death. And whole life is lived under that fear. And therefore, the question, that one book you'll see maximum sold, 3 million copies sold. What is the book? What happens after death? See, my friends, therefore, na kinchid vastu jayate. Nothing is born, nothing dies. Therefore, as long as we are here, continue to play the game of life. See, these examples which we give, if you can really reflect on them deeply, a man acting the role of a woman on the stage, he presents that role so beautifully that anybody audience will think that such a beautiful girl she is. But during that time also, when he is acting as a girl, he has never forgotten that he is a man, because he is only acting. Same thing. Whatever role we have to play, do your job best, but at the same time, hold on to the truth. This is the role I have to play. Play the role. Now that actor, after the drama is over, his role is over, he doesn't go with these things outside. He removes it, and again pant, shirt, and cigarette. See, we all have to do only this spiritual practice. Karnataka. Don't become serious. See, suppose you are sitting, somebody comes to disturb you. Take the mala. Maharaj ji doing japa. Gaya kya? I do the same thing. You don't have to gain anything in this world. What do you want? That also we do not know. See, the example, I don't know if I gave you, the football match. In that football match, how many? 22 people probably, whatever may be the number on each side. How many each side? 11. So I got good knowledge. 22 people are hitting that poor ball. And what is the destination? Goal. And when they get the goal, they are happy. So, what is the goal of life? Happiness is the goal of life. Nobody is holding on to the ball. I got to no, throw it away. But we are holding on to the ball. A Dumbo, get in the market free. So we have not even recognized what is the goal of our life. And constantly struggling, frustrated. See? Therefore, practice being happy. If somebody does a mistake, don't take a revenge. But and start Mahabharata. Therefore, हेतुर्न जायते अनादेः फलं चापि स्वभावतः आदिर्न जाय विद्यते यस्य तस्य हि अनादिर्विद्यते न विद्यते. Therefore, from the unborn effect, nothing can be created. In the same manner, from the unborn cause, nothing can be created, because that which doesn't have a cause cannot have the effect, cannot have the birth. Therefore, Jiva, this life, next life, last life, no meaning. Cause and effect. Because of this, I think my Sadesati is going on. One of my friend, she knows quite good, this palmistry and all that, and Kundali also. He says, Swamiji, I want to study your Kundali. So tell me your chart. I said, yes, please note down, make 12 houses. In every house, there is Murphy. Murphy, 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 Murphy. Do you know Murphy Graha? No? You have wasted your life. See, Murphy's law is, if something can go wrong, it will. So many times when I am waiting to get my luggage on the belt, the people, Kapil comes to pick me up many times. So he says, Swami, where are you? I said, I am with Mr. Murphy. He understands. Everybody's luggage will come first, mine will come last. But why it happens, Mr. Murphy? No cause, no effect, no logic. It happens. See? Therefore, don't get lost in your kundali and this graha and that graha. Correct yourself. See? This also is very simple to understand. Traffic rules are there in every country. They are applied for on every citizen. But when, because he has got a driving license? No. Because he is sitting in the car? No. When he is driving the car, then only the traffic rules are applied. We have given our car driver, Kanaiya Lal, Tusi Chalao. Then you are a passenger. On passenger, traffic rules are not applied. Be a passenger. But ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. I have done this. I had a traffic rule. Pakdo. See, friends, life is so simple. And this can happen only with this knowledge. See, normally for such things, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. Bhagwan runs away. अरे बाप रे आ गया. See? इसीलिए महाराज, the more you come, प्रज्ञप्ते सनिमित्तत्वम् अन्यथा द्वैनाशतः संक्लेशस्य उपलब्धेश्च परतंत्र स्थिता मता. Therefore, if one argues that the worldly objects are necessary for getting the knowledge, and therefore, if there is no worldly objects, there cannot be any knowledge, that duality will be completely gone. And therefore, it is said that with the experience of the miseries, etc., one has to accept that the duality is real. Because we are directly experiencing. If you put your hand in the fire and you say, is it illusion? No, you have to accept it. See? This is the objection raised. Now, in this, to this objection, the answer is given. Very long argument I am not getting. प्रज्ञप्तेः सनिमित्तत्वम् इष्यते युक्ति दर्शनात् निमित्तस्य अनिमित्तत्वम् इष्यते भूत दर्शनात्. See, when you are talking logically, then you have to say yes, objects are necessary for getting the knowledge. But from the tattva drishti, one has to very clearly understand now how it is. Be attentive. Colors and forms are objects. They are known by the vision. Now, is the vision going and holding on to any object? See? And if the objects are not there, is the vision dead? See? So, for the establishment of the vision, it is not necessary. Then we have to have the objects. Vision is already there. The moment objects come, it will be manifested. So it is not created. It is avyaktadini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidhananeva tatraka paridevana. When ornaments are created out of the gold, are they born? Are they created? No. They were already there in unmanifest form. All the waves, the past, present, and the future, they are all unmanifest in the ocean. They don't come from outside. And therefore, nothing is created, nothing is born. Therefore, the world is defined in our scriptures, Nama Rupatmak Jagat. The world is nothing but the names and the forms. Forms are outside, names are inside. Between the two, which is under our control, not the forms, but the name. And to control the name, go beyond the words, beyond the sounds. So, presence and absence of sound. when it makes no difference to us. We have reached the unborn status of our just being, because sounds create the world. In deep sleep, we don't hear any sounds, no world. And to remain in the world and yet to go beyond the sound means what? Listen to silence. Listening to silence means remain indifferent to the sounds. You go and tell a girl, hey, you are so beautiful. No, 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 no. Okay, I was just kidding. Then you see the joy. See, friends, therefore, the two things, try, expose yourself to aloneness. Not all the time poultry farm around. Cock, 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 cock. Remain alone. But never be lonely. And in that aloneness, work on these two principles. Listen to silence. So, words, sounds are not produced. Even if they are produced, they will not disturb us. And second thing, don't talk to yourself. Sounds have got two sources. One is from us, second is from the outside. Outside sound production, we have no control. Inside, we have. Now, try these two things together. Don't talk to yourself and listen to silence. When you don't talk to yourself, thoughts cease, because without words, you cannot think. Words are necessary to think. But if you stop talking, that means you are not thinking. These two things together. Don't talk to yourself, listen to silence. This experience is not creating divinity, but the divine that we are was covered by the sounds or the words. Like the ocean is covered by the waves. When the waves quieten, ocean is not created. Waves were unborn in the ocean, they became manifest, and because our attention is on the manifest, we forget the substrata. See, we are so much occupied with the worldly objects, we forget the sense organs. We are so much enslaved by the sense organs, we forget the mind. We are so much overpowered by the personal likes and dislikes, raga dvesha, therefore we forget the I. And we are so much overpowered by the I, we forget we are life. Unless life is there, there is no I. Unless I is there, there is no mind. Unless mind is there, there are no organs of action and perception. Unless there are organs of perception, there is no world. This we have not created as a result of karma. This we have not created as a result of meditation. This we have not created as a result of dharma, dana, going to Ganga Sagar. No. It is uncreated reality which we have forgotten. Therefore, whether you want or you don't want, whether you know or you don't know, you are divine. Jabardasti. Only Vedanta can tell you this. Other places, papoham, papa karma hum. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. See? One person somewhere in USA told me on some issue, he said, if you say like this thing, you will go to hell. I said, what about you, sir? Of course, I'll go to heaven, he said. I said, if you go to heaven, I'll prefer hell. Because in heaven, people are like you. Better to be in the hell. Can the hell exist without God? See? Like, we have to frighten the children. See? If you don't sleep, from the darkness, the ghost will come. Sleep, sleep now. In the same manner, for babies, going to hell, going to heaven, sin, merit, and all that. This thought is further indicated. So we have come up to 25th verse. Hereafter we'll take it tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.